I was contacted by somebody who needs a combo unit for their 60s theme party, and money is not really an issue. It will be the center core piece of the party, and it needs to work. And I remembered that buried, this is kind of my junk TV stash slash EOLer stash. I remembered that I had back in here, and there was a previous video on this years and years ago, a Curtis, late 1960s Curtis Mathis combo unit, record player, radio, AM FM stereo radio, and 23 25 inch color television. It's all tube. It's absolutely massive, and I'm going to pull it out. It's actually this right here. You can see there's the hinge there. So it's been packed in here for years. I just got it as a part set, and this is kind of outdoor storage. This used to be a chicken coop, but it is now home to junk parts televisions. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on pulling it out, and we're going to go through and we're going to do an analysis on a bunch of these, and they will be up for grabs if anybody wants them for parts for a set they're working on. Send an Uber, send a U-ship, come pick it up. It's free. Get it out of here. I'm not going to ship it. I'm not going to spend any time. Just come get it kind of thing. Maybe even send a Lyft or Uber Eats. Welcome to Flavor Country. Remember this? This was an estate sale find. I did videos on this. It's another Curtis Mathis. Got to get our Glenn Waters on this morning. This is the record player that Chris and I restored. We used vaginal lube to just kind of as a joke. Yeah, I guess it didn't work too well. It's gotten kind of sticky. Anyway, yeah, Curtis Mathis. Music Center. Toshiba DVD combo. Check out this old lawnmower. What do they call this? It's not rotary, it's like a scissor. God, it's been so long, I forget what they call this. It's like a scissor type lawnmower with the arced blades that shear on a shear line like a pair of scissors. They used to use these, I think, for like golf courses and stuff. Not something you see anymore. I think these were back when lawn maintenance was an art. Back when the majority of your landscape professionals were Japanese artists. It's got a chain here that's as frozen could be. The motor's not frozen though, and it feels like it's got compression. This thing would run. As long as it had spark, it would run. Be interesting but time consuming to do a restore video on this. It needs a belt, it needs a chain, it needs a pulley. I don't know what this is, 60s or 70s probably. Briggs & Stratton, early Briggs & Stratton horizontal engine. And if this doesn't have, I don't know if this has drive or it turns the wheels. If this didn't have drive, if this was a mechanical push motor with just a power assisted blade, oh, this would be a piece of workout equipment to drive around the yard. Anyway, Found that in there, thought I'd show that. I know some of the vintage TV crowd are also into vintage small engine powered appliances such as this. Here's an even smaller old engine. Look at the carburation on this thing. It's had the, you wrap the string around and then yank it, single shot, non-recoil. It's like it's all cast iron with an aluminum head. Looks like the plug was removed and it's plugged up. Over the years by the rain, it's been plugged up straight solid with dirt and mud. Wonder if this is the choke or the accelerator. Yeah, this sucker's frozen. This is probably recycled material. I've restored these before, and the big problem with these is the magnet in the flywheel for the magneto will get weak, just because it's, I don't know, from what, the 1950s maybe? And yeah, finding the flywheels is almost impossible. Yeah, that's an old small engine right there. So there it is, the Curtis Mathis Mammoth Combo Unit. This is one of those that is just insanely large. And yes, it's necked, so we will have to replace the CRT. So we're going to have to put a CRT in this. If I remember right, the stereo portion of it was all screwed up too. So I'm going to have to fix that. Check this out. This old TG&Y shopping cart. TG&Y. Reserved for TG&Y future customers. Here's another piece of dinosaur lawn equipment we can look at. Look at that. You think that would be legal today? Imagine what that would do if you rake that up against your shins. Anyway, what do we have here? A 3 horsepower Tecumseh Imagine this is 2-stroke. Yeah, it has to be. It doesn't have an oil sump. The air filter is broken off. Yeah, look at that thing. This stuff was just for times when people were stronger physically. We're spoiled now with our high-tech, lightweight, polymer-based items. Okay, here's the first fine specimen of a television. And I went through these in a previous video, but I'm going to revisit them and kind of decide what to do with them. They either go to the landfill, they go to parts, or maybe they're resurrectable. Like I said, if anybody sees one of these and says, oh, I have one of those, I've been looking for an X part forever and it's unavailable, I'll take it. Make it happen. Hoffman EZ Vision. It's not real easy to look at this, is it? So that's what you got. Dilapidated parts, tubes missing, rust, lots of rust. We like rust. The speaker is good. That's one of those kind of low profile speakers. That's kind of cool. That's kind of what I would expect. Dead. CRT is dead. Crank it up a little bit here. Geez, this thing wouldn't even do much with a brightener on it. I'll let it bake for a little bit. Sony Trinitron, this is an early one. I know this has a weak CRT. It's got pretty much a dead gun. Push and turn, really? Fine tuning instructions. Yeah, this is very cool. Too bad it's got a dead CRT in it. This might, what is it, a KV1210U? This might be worth doing a resurrection video on just to see it work. Very cool, but spent. Going back to this beauty. So yeah, with a brightener on it, you know, if you bring it up to 7 volts or so, it comes up to 900 microamps. Let's see if we drop it down to 6.3. Yeah, it's dead. Let's try the life test. Oh yeah. Sucker's bad. But that's no surprise, that's why it was retired. Yeah, back to this EZ Vision. Keep beating this dead horse. 6.3 volts, it's 600 microamps. Yeah, you know, we could do a resurrection on this if I was just... and get it to make a picture if everything worked. I don't know, this video is for my notes as much as your entertainment, so... That's the Hoffman EZ Vision with the 600 microamp CRT and mint condition cabinet. Okay, here's an old RCA Victor. This is actually good looking TV. I would think Hollywood would adopt this as a prop, except we don't really film anything here in Hollywood anymore. Outsourced it all to lower tax areas. And the other thing I don't think Hollywood would like about it is the knobs are hidden. They want knobs for that classic look. But that is very cool. Well, I plugged it in a minute ago and the CRT filament was good, but it went open. So this sucker probably went to air and I burned it out. That would make sense. Let's see if we can figure out what this is. Should be a KCS number here. Oh, there it is, KCS47. So this is an early set. This is an early. Is that a coat hanger? Geez, how old is this? Anyway, I think this is a metal cone CRT. These go to air. Look at that, that's kind of cool. Yeah, this is parts or a prop. Is what this is. Parts or a prop. Yeah, I don't think I've ever come across one of these early metal bell CRTs that was any good. They just leak. Alright, this is the next one. And let's see what happens when I connect this, because when I connected the last one, the voltage dropped, indicating a load, and then it went open. So just like that. So we'll put that there, and we'll come around to the front and do our little show and tell. This is another RCA Victor. This is not a bad looking TV either. Includes extra spiders. Now this is more of what Hollywood would want for a prop, because it has that classic look. Except the CRT is rectangular. So this is a KCS72. What we got here. Black slippers, black something shoes, pink slippers, black jeweled slippers, purple and black termite-eaten paper, slippers, black and white, tennis shoes, orange, annoying airplane. Anyway, this one features extra corrosion, discarded water bottle, rotten speaker, glowing filament though, that's a lots of missing vacuum bulbs. And just listen to the difference. No ring like that hollow metal one. And that's probably another way you can tell it's gassed out or aired out, is it rings, because there's no vacuum pulling in on it, dampening it out. Anyway, this is in about the same shape as that Hoffman. Pretty tired. Yeah, it would produce a cloudy, crappy picture with a brightener, but I don't know, as far as looks go, there are kind of your two TVs, your 47 and your 72 or whatever it was. Yeah, our KCS72 is pretty tired. CRT. I guess with a brightener it would produce a picture, but again, it's probably better as a prop or parts. Alright, so here it is. Here's the beast. And I would not be one bit surprised if this is not half eaten by termites now. In fact, that would probably be a good thing. It would be lighter, because this thing is heavy and I'm going to have to move it out of here by myself. Look at that, it's got a tuning eye. The Mega Combo. Gerard. No stylus, no surprise there. So I'll get it out of here. This beast is going to be the subject of several restore, repair, restoration videos over the next kind of clerky twubler McMoval bloover there. I'm sure this is adjustable. It's probably from all the weight sitting on it. It's not sitting flat on the I guess it's sitting on a door there. I don't know, this was years and years ago that I let me get it out of here. Wow, this thing got trashed. Whew, man. See how the side here is hanging off? Wow, it actually punched a hole through the door. It cracked there. Hopefully it'll straighten out if I put it on flat surface. So there's the power supply. Here's the vacuum bulb powered.
I'm thinking it's close to 77,000.
Got 12s. Yeah, that's a 12. Thing should bump. Ooh, a Dunbar CRT. Dunbar was our local rebuilder here in Los Angeles.
Right now it does. There's not that many bands on the market on any given day, and there are people looking for them.
And yeah, we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it play again, TV and stereo. It's got to work. So yeah, the cabinet's twooky doobler. It'll burn after this anyway. It's no one wants this big ass thing. I mean, this thing is big. All right, watch me kill my back. I'm gonna move it out of here myself. Back to the little Sony Trinitron. I figured I'd pull the back off and see if I had a socket to test the picture bulb, and I saw this on the bottom. See if I could get this right side up here. San Gabriel. New SCR regulator, clean VHF tuner, 1972. So this sucker's old. 1970. So this is an all solid state early color TV. So do they not give us a CRT? Oh, here it is. 330 AD22. As you can see, this sucker is old. I mean, this is early solid state color. In 1970, almost everything was hybrid, if not still fully tube. And this is one step out of the germanium diaper, at least I think. I know it's hard to see, but it's all discrete, no integrated circuits, and this is early solid state. This is a very cool TV, but I have a feeling it is very spent. So there's our cutoff on red. There's our cutoff on green. Blue is make happy. Emission. That's blue. That's green. And that's red. Now I remember being told or reading or being told by old TV guys, don't ever rejuvenate Trinitron CRTs. Don't even try it, because if you do, the odds are you're going to burn off what little is left. Well, we might try it here because there's not much left of green. I mean, green is just kind of baked. Let's try it. It's already dead. I don't think we're going to make it any deader. Okay, here we go. Push to rejuvenate or restore. Boom. Do it twice. Didn't do anything. In fact, I think it made it worse. Let's see, let's go up on the filament voltage. Take it up to about 8 volts. I'm shaking. That's horrible. So there's green on 8 volts. There's blue on 8 volts. So unfortunately, the picture bulb is just dead. 1970 Sony Trinitron KV1210U. Let's see, what was RCA doing? All right, let's see, what was Panasonic doing at the same time? Panasonic was making that. Okay, here's what RCA was doing. It was all tube, series string tube, black and white. Here's what Panasonic was doing at the same time. It's like a hybrid. Hybrid majority tube. The IF wasn't even solid state in Panasonic at this time. This is Panasonic. Sony was all solid state. Panasonic was still majority tube. Can we go back to the shopping cart for a minute? TGNY. Not responsible for accidents. Really? Notice how there's an arc to the metal here. It's kind of interesting. This is old. This is an old shopping cart. Wonder if I put it out on the street, some homeless person would get it. But the thing is it's not even big enough for today's homeless people. They like the king-size modern carts. Look at how small this thing is compared to like a modern grocery cart. It's gotten bigger like everything. Super-size me. Probably some psychological, analytical think tank roundtable group came up with the idea that, well, if the shopping cart's bigger, people will buy more. They'll put more in it because nobody wants to be seen at checkout with a empty cart, because that would indicate that you're poor, and nobody wants to be viewed as poor. So we'll make the carts bigger, the stupid consumers will buy more junk, and we'll make more money. Okay, this monster is like 88 inches long, I think. It's just under 8 feet long. And I got the watt meter hooked up to the amp portion here. So let's see what we get. TV FM multiplex MX. $100 watts. Crackle Pony. Oh, the tuning string just broke. Crackle Pony Master Charge.
proceeding was a paid advertisement by is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases.
Well, that wraps up this half hour. This pre-recorded program was sponsored by Purity Products on 9 to 9.5 KKLA.
God loves LA. Check out Through the Bible, featuring Dr. J. Vernon McGee, weeknights at 8 o'clock here on 99.
Dale la repetición del tercer gol y la verdad, déjame les digo, aficionados, ¿me están escuchando? Está bravísimo,
But me, I don't answer my cell phone. I'd never. Because 99% of the time it's robocalls, it's BS, it's bogus, bogosity. Hey, but you can call me, 8888 Ask Leo. Well, I don't know, do we... Kevin, do you see everybody's phone number? I guess they could if we wanted to.
I always answer my phone. I love telemarketers. Those are incoming crank calls.
They're private, unavailable, anonymous. I got it from myself, from my family as well.
So crusty. So crusty.
The work that you've done. So I just want to thank you.
Tuning eye is totally dead. So crusty. So you put it on multiplex and the audio just completely goes away. So we'll do we'll get this completely working as far as we'll get still enough to get a copyright ID on this. We'll get this thing working, and even the CRT they would like working. I might just end up ripping that out and putting a modern CRT set in there. I have the chassis in the house. The chassis actually is good. It's working. But this is one of those Texas-sized combos. It's hideous and it's poorly built. All the way around, it's poorly built. Get your Glen Waters on. Smoke a cigarette with Grantley. That's right. But hey, at least it's got 12s in it and it bumps. So that'll rock the party.